Hello, hello, hello. How are you doing? I hope you are doing well. Um, just going to just checking on some stuff, but I will actually open up Krita so you can see it. There we go. Take away the starting string soon. Perfect. That is looking good. Just gonna test out, and that looks to be working, so that's awesome. Okay, now I gotta get my reference for my portrait drawing all set up. Add as a reference image. Saturation 0. Opacity, let's just say 30%. I think that will be good. Ooh. Maybe just a little bit smaller. There we go. And I am going to take that away, because that is gonna need that later. Okay, now that that is all ready, I'm just gonna get this ready. Test out my pen again. Yep, that looks good. Test the color switch. Yep. There we go. Getting some water so that my throat works well. Okay. There we go. Okay, and now at last all I have to do is get my references ready for the gesture drawing. Cause gonna start with 3 gesture drawings and then do a portrait. And then that will be the second part of, or the first part of the stream. And then the second part of the stream will be a perspective, a 2-point perspective scene. I'm not sure when where it is going to be yet. I have not I have not found the reference image for that yet, but I can do that when I get to it. Actually going to get up for a little bit, and then we will get started. I will be right back though. Sorry about that. Okay, I'm back. Sorry about that. Okay, just had to stretch out my back. It was a long day at work today. Okay, so pen works. Yes, it does. It's the right size. Yep. Probably. How does that look? Probably due to be one thicker. How's that looking? Okay, that does look pretty good. So, size 4. Okay. Okay. So I'm about to get started with the um with the gesture drawings, and I have to remember to keep the um I have to have the torsos be wide enough because I tend to not make them wide enough. They usually are too thin, so I have to keep that in mind. So without further ado, I think I am going to start drawing. Start that and start the timer. Okay, so first gotta get the torso, the line of action, upper body line of action, and then lower body. Okay, got that's her torso, and then that's the pelvis, the neck, and the head, and then the head. There we go. Got the elbow coming up for that, with the arm. There we go. And then upper body, upper arm. There we go. That is actually, hand's a bit too small. Other than that, that arm is actually looking pretty good. Okay, with the hand looking like that. Nope. Thumb, there we go. Then the shoulder looking like that. Getting the arm, there we go. And then the arm, there we go. With the hand. There we go. Wow, this is actually turning out pretty well, I'd say. There we go. Got the center line. Okay. There's that, and then what's the halfway point looking like? That's about there, so this leg is a little bit bent actually. There we go, and then actually goes a little bit in there, like that, and then it's bent like that with the looking like that, and the framing, gotta get the foot now. There we go, and now there we go, and actually get it like that. There we go. That's looking pretty good in my opinion. Oh, the toe this actually could be better. Let me switch back to the pencil, and then there we go. There we go. Now the next one. So got the upper body and lower body. And gotta keep in mind that the legs are right below the torso. So there we go. At there we go. That's looking pretty good. Connect them really quick before I forget. Got that. There's the head. Figuring out that I drew the torso too thin, but oh well. Go. Got the arm like that, and the arm like that with the shoulder, and then the neck. There we go. That's looking pretty good. And then the other arm goes like this. There's the outside of the arm, and then the inside, that. Got then there's the elbow. There we go. Got the center line with the hip and the leg being like this. Wait, I'm just gonna get the length of the foot right there. Okay, that's looking pretty good. With the there we go. There we go, looking good. Then got that. Okay. Honestly, that's looking pretty good. Now I can add the extra details since I got the main parts done. Okay. I do feel like the torso was too long versus like it should have been shorter and then wider. Just looking at it, but it is what it is. I'm just gonna get the details in. And I didn't do the best job with the shoulders as well. I find I have difficulty when it's all scrunched up like this poses. I'd say the balance is looking pretty good though. So I'm pretty happy about that. Okay. Last one. So got that. And then this pose. There we go, that's looking pretty good. The torso. There we go. That's looking pretty good. The head like that. The neck like that. Bada bing, bada boom. Okay, got the arm. And then there we go with the hand with the thumb. There we go. Then get the other arm started like that with this and like that. There we go. With thumb there. Got the pelvis like this. Boom. And then boom. The center line is right there. Then I can do the thigh for the front leg with the there we go. Got it. And then that's not right. There we go. Got the leg has to end up here. I'm actually going to redo that part of the leg, but nope, that is not right. Nope. There we go. I just gotta erase the bottom part and redo this part. So just completely undo what I just did. Oh well. That's looking pretty good now with the that's there we go. Torso was still a bit thin, but it was definitely a lot better this time for this one. And I actually did the shapes quite a bit better too. Okay. Going to pause the recording so that we can get the portrait ready. What did I do wrong? There we go. That's looking right. Okay, let me get this drawing all set. 30. You know what? I'm actually going to do that. So that doesn't have like a little streak at the edge towards the middle. There we go. Get my brush. And then switch colors. Okay, that's looking good. Just gotta... Ooh. Okay, there we... I think for these ones, I'm going to actually make it a little bit thicker. So 15. Okay. Oh, I'm gonna get a little bit of water before I start drawing again. Throat's getting a little bit dry. Okay. Without further ado, I think I'm gonna get started. Okay, so start with the like I have been doing. Start with the bigger shapes, and then work my way inwards. So just doing the collar right now. Ooh. That was pretty good. Didn't have wobbling there. I think I'm going to completely draw in the I'm going to completely do the clothes before working on the other parts, but shouldn't be too bad, seeing as this is pretty simple. Oh wait. Am I missing something? Oh, yes I am. Okay. There we go. And hopefully, if all goes well, I'll be able to use these as a reference later. Okay. I think that's going to be good for the clothes. So I'm gonna start drawing this mine. So that is about 400-ish. How does that look? The line like that goes. That's looking pretty good. Then the line going down here And that. Nope, that's too low. That's looking pretty good. Nope, too low. Too high. That's not bad. Actually, let me get the other one first. So it's in line with this. And it goes to just less than half, I'd say. There we go. That's looking pretty good. And then, how's that? I've seen worse if I had to be honest. So okay, so this is just above that. So that's the bottom of it. So, nope. That's looking pretty good. Got this just above it. Let me just double check the height. It's a little bit short. There we go. Actually, it was actually perfect. Okay, that's looking pretty good. Now, how's that? That's pretty decent, I'd say. Now that's looking okay. Okay. There we go. It's pretty much a straw. Okay, that's looking pretty good, I would say. Now the shoulder. Just above that. There we go. Now I'm gonna start on the head shape. So let me switch the colors. Say the top of the head matches the shoulder at this height. Nope. So that there we go. Then the cheek is in line with this almost. 2600 and actually just a bit above it. The inner eye is actually in line with the edge of the jacket. How's this? And then this is just inside. Okay, there we go. Okay. Gonna get the ear shape. There we go. Just because that it affects the outside. I'll get the details for the ear later, but for now, I'm gonna just stick with that. And while I do the rest of the head. Ugh. Okay, there we go. Man, his head turns out to be a lot of slightly curved. Only pretty. His head is pretty straight with only like light curves. Oh, I just realized that his forehead is almost straight up, so that makes life easier. There we go. Got the cheek. I'm gonna call this a straight line just to make my life easier. Let me just... Okay. Okay, there we go. Since the lips are affecting the the shape of the outside shape of the head, I'm gonna just quickly draw the outside of them at the very least. Now, got the chin. There we go. And then there we go. Okay, now now that I got the outside of the head done, I'm going to draw it on the other side. That's looking pretty good. I'm actually going to get the reference points down just that I made for myself. So here, let me just get that. The eye socket was just above this. Right there, I'd say. Oh. Right there. Perfect. Okay. Then, honestly, the chin, this part goes a little bit out from this point, so right here. Okay. Just below that. Now let me draw in the ear. Okay, that's looking pretty good. And then there we go. There we go. I'd say that's looking pretty good. Now, got this point goes a little bit out and then almost straight up, I'd say. Maybe right here. That far in. Let me just make sure that the height is right. Okay. Okay. Now gotta get the slight curve. There we go. That's looking pretty good. Now got a straight line to here-ish. That's looking pretty good. And now so that's 2,900 to 2,650. How's that looking? That is way too wide. Oh, am I making this way too wide? So it is just to the left of this. Okay. That's looking a little bit, that's actually looking better. Oh wait. That's better. Let me erase the other part. There we go. Now got the little indent. This goes here, here, then here, and then here, then here. Cheek goes out to here-ish. Then it's a little bit in. How's that? That's looking pretty good. Just double check that the height is correct. Oh. There we go. Then 75 and to about. There we go. That's looking pretty good. Now, the bottom of the lips are there. That's looking pretty good. That's looking pretty good. Now, boom. Boom. Okay. I'm just gonna trust the process. Okay, let me switch colors because that looks good. I'm gonna do the hair now. There we go, and then luckily his hair is pretty straightforward. There we go. There we go, and then go straight down for that to be almost in line with there. Ooh. There. Got the... Ooh. That's a little bit better. Okay, and now that. All right. There we go. Now Now switch colors again. I'm gonna finish the ear. Okay, then that's looking pretty good. Now let's see if I can do it on this side. Like that. This part of the ear goes like that. Okay. Let me extend that a little bit and then add that. And then this goes like that. That's looking pretty good. Oh, I think I forgot a part. It's this. There we go. I was thinking that part of the ear looked a little bit empty, but there we go. That's looking pretty good. Switch colors again. What part will be easiest to add? Let me finish. I'll start working my way up now. Oop, switch the color. There we go, that's looking pretty good. There we go. I'd say that's pretty decent, if I have to say so myself. So, okay, got the then nope. There we go. Then the teeth. There we go. That's looking pretty decent. Not gonna lie, pretty happy with that. Okay, so now let's get the beard in. The beard and mustache, I should say. So actually, now that I think about it, I'm going to do the nose, then the beard and mustache. we go. There we go. It's looking pretty good. Gotta get the lines to indicate the smile as well. Actually, I'll do that before doing the beard and mustache. Don't want to accidentally make it look really bad. Like, this is in line with the, how's that? There we go. With the nostril on this side, and then in line with it, this side as well. There we go. That's looking pretty good. And now the smile lines. He has a really big smile, so that's looking pretty good. And then there we go. Okay, switch the colors again. Let me just actually, there we go. And now let's do the eyes. Just work my way up. So okay. There we go. And then that's looking pretty good. There we go. And then you get the line for here and the pupils. It's actually in the, there we go. There we go. Now let's get switch the colors and get the eyes in. So get that, and then there we go with the so this one's right above the nostril, in line with it, actually a little bit lower. So there we go. With this line, looking like that, just before the width is just before the crease on the other side. There we go. With this side going like that, and then quick lower, and then as it's about half the eye. There we go. And then right there. we go. That's looking pretty good. And finish off with the eyebrows. So right there. That's looking pretty good. And then right there. That's looking pretty good. And then switch the color. It's right at the edge of, right to the edge of the iris. There we go. Then there we go. And then there we go. That's looking pretty good. I think I drew the head too wide. Oh, well. Let me just get the jaw shape in there. Just so that it's not as bad. So to be fair, is it good? No. Is it terrible? Also no. It could be worse. Like, other than being too wide, like the face itself it looks good, and then the body looks good. It's just that the head was too wide. By like just a bit. Oh well. It's definitely not looking... It's not looking terrible, though. Let me just... I'm gonna lower the opacity. Huh. Yeah, it's a little... Like, the facial features are a little bit too far... A little bit too scrunched together, I'd say. It's a little bit too scrunched together. And then... And the chin is not long enough. Like, it didn't go low. It's not wide enough, I should say. I'd say it looks decent. Not good, not bad, but decent. And the top of the top of the head is definitely way too wide and flat. Oh well. Oh well. I am going to get up and walk around, and then I will get back to it. So I will see you guys in a bit. Hello, hello, hello. Sorry about the long wait. Had to I had to get up and walk around because my back was stiff like before, and had to get the reference ready for the perspective drawing that I'm going to do. Okay, so it's okay. Oh, I don't know if I said hello yet, but hello, hello. My mic was just muted, so I don't know if it was muted before I said hello, but I had to um had to get I was getting the perspective drawing ready, like the reference, and then also um the I had to get my stretch out my back. Wow, I am tired, it seems. Oh well. Oh well, oh well, oh well. Just gonna make sure that my brush is the right color. Yes, it is. That's always good. Okay. My reference is all set. Actually, I'm just gonna make sure that's true. Oop, nope. Okay. Yeah, that's pretty good. IMO. Okay. Actually, now that I think about it, there we go. That's looking pretty good. Okay. Pen's still working. Yes, it is. Okay. I think I am all ready to go. Without further ado, get started. So, luckily for me, there are no cars in the scene, so I'm gonna compensate with the fact. I'm gonna compensate off of that fact to make it. I'm gonna add more details this time, so that's gonna be good. You're gonna get that. That's going to be my line with the line. Gonna need to make that straighter. It's looking okay. I'm gonna call it there. Just I'll fix it a little bit more when I make it darker. But okay, so then and this is the line for the sidewalk. And then there we go. That's the point for the whatchamacallit, the building, but I'm gonna just finish up the sidewalk really quick. So there's that road. Honestly, there we go. So that's looking pretty good, and then there we go. That's looking pretty good. Then probably should have dug them in. Oh well. For this one, I'll dig it in. Gonna fix that. Oh man. There we go. It's a little bit off of my where I initially put the thing, but that's fine. There we go, and now the there we go, and then there we go. Then that's looking pretty good. Honestly, it does look. I think I'm going to almost keep that. I'll actually make the mark for it there instead. That's looking good. Then the so it's there we go. That was actually pretty decent. Okay. I'm going to just make the perspective line. That's looking pretty good. And the bottom one. There we go. Now got the building. Okay, there we go. And then there we go. Ooh, actually it goes quite a bit further. You know what? I'm actually doing so well right now that I thought I was had the these brush smoothing settings on my for my drawing, and I'm like, wow, how's it turning out? This my lines are all really straight right now, which I guess that's a sign of improvement. I I guess. Okay. Then it has this building. There's actually a gap, but it is in line. So I'm gonna say that's good. That's there we go. And then the perspective line there. That's pretty good with this. That is decent. Druid. There we go. That's better. Okay. Now. Okay, there we go. And now just the thinnest of lines for the. There's a skyscraper in the background. I'm gonna actually make it a little bit further in. There we go. With the perspective line of that, we make it a little bit better. There we go. That's pretty good. There we go. Now this perspective line. There we go. That's pretty decent with it being right. This edge goes here. And this edge goes here. There we go. Now there's a building right here with a perspective line going like this. Oop, nope, that's way too dark. Like that, with this being it. And then perspective line going here. That's good. There we go. And then there's a building right here. Ta-da. Bada bing, bada boom. There we go. And then a building right here. And that's looking pretty good. Just gonna erase the little bit of extra that's on there. Have to fix that. This is wobbly. There we go. That's pretty decent. Alright, alright, alright. Now for the other side. There we go, that's a good perspective line there, and then... Nope. Nope. That's pretty decent. This goes way over here. Actually, it goes further. There we go, and then... There we go, and then... Oop, nope. There we go. That's one way to fix it. There we go. That's pretty good. And then got a building that is in line, but a bit taller. There we go. Right. There we go. Okay, that's pretty good. Oop, I just realized I'm actually going to the edge right there, because that is it. Okay, that's good. Gonna get this. go with the that's looking really good. And having these little micro details it's kind of tough. But gotta make it look good. Okay, so there we go. There we go. That was actually pretty decent for how narrow it was. Okay. There we go. And then it's a little bit further. There we go. That's looking pretty good. And then there's a building right there. Actually, there we go. Decided to add a little pizzazz to it. There we go. And now this building right here. It's just about right there. Actually, I need to add this one first. It's a little bit closer. There we go. And then there we go. That's looking pretty good. Then got this being the front or being an edge. Ew. This edge is not looking good, actually. Let me fix that. Okay. Nope. That's better, but still not right. There we go. That is better. There we go. Now, here. And Okay. It's a little bit of a different, interesting shape. There we go. You know what? I think I did that one pretty well. That looks pretty good. Now, here. That's pretty good. I'm actually gonna raise it because that's where my box went up to. So there we go. And oop, nope. There we go. It's looking good. There we go. There we go. It's a little bit wobbly, but it's fine. Okay. Let's get some windows in. Okay. There's a window. And then another window. And then down here is the door. There we go. Okay, all right. That's pretty good. Okay. There we go, and then There we go. There we go. That's good. There we go. It's pretty decent, and then I'm gonna take a little bit of a liberty and finish it off with a door. There we go. There you go, and then there we go. Now I'm going to add the upper windows now. Okay, that's pretty good. And pretty good, there we go. Now to add them on the right side. And luckily for me, that already has. There we go, and then boom. Nope. Pretty straightforward, luckily. If I can draw them, if I can draw straight lines, then that would be even better. And then there we go. Now to there we go. Connect. Now I'm just playing some connect the dots. There we go. There we go. Honestly, what else can I do? I think I'm gonna call it. I'm gonna call that. Call it done. Actually, just to make it look even more interesting, have there be have the dip be shown. Now I just gotta erase this line. Now I actually have to get that in there. There we go. And I am going to call it. There we go. Oh, man, that was... I would say that it turned out pretty well. Just gonna export that. Alrighty. 17. Go. Okay. That's looking good, I think. Yep. Perspective, there we go. The correct one. Okay. Okay. I think I'm going to call it for the day. I will see you tomorrow at roughly the same time. And yeah, so hope for the best. It was good drawing for you guys. And I hope you guys have a good rest of your night, day, morning, whatever it is for you. And I will see you tomorrow.